Before we jump into today's show, I've got a really exciting announcement to make. The autumn cohorts for Start Your Podcast group program are now open. There are 5 dates between September and October, and it's a 6-week program that will get you launched before Christmas. So if podcasting was on your to-do list this year, if you really want to get your podcast up and done by the end of 2023, then come and join me for one of those cohorts and let's make it happen. I have a free masterclass available for you called Understanding the Power of Podcasting. You can go over to donnaeade.com/masterclass, watch the masterclass and get access to that enrollment. I hope to see you in one of the autumn cohorts very soon. That's donnaeade.com/masterclass. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome to the Society of Professional Wedding Vendors podcast. I'm your host, Donna Eade, and today we are talking social media consistency. Let's dive in. Have to admit, I am not the best at being consistent on social media, but I am trying and I am getting better. So I wanted to highlight a couple of things today to help you make social media easier in your business. Number one, I want you to be intentional. It is so easy to log in with the idea that you're going to post and then get distracted by the first picture you see and start scrolling. Before you know it, you've lost 30 minutes or more and you're trying to convince yourself it's research. My tip is to time block a time to post and time block a time to scroll. So if you want media time to just sit there and scroll away, book that time at the end of the workday. Don't do it during your workday. Set a time to post and have it be posting only time and be intentional with it. Second tip is to use tools. So there are a lot of tools out there that can help you with your social media. I use later.com. There are others like Hootsuite and TweetDeck, things like that. I will link to some of them in the show notes for you. Later.com has a free level and it helps you posting to your Instagram, your Facebook, your Pinterest and your Twitter. So with Later, you can actually auto post to Instagram if you connect it to your Facebook group. And I would certainly do that if you have the ability to. If you don't have a Facebook page, or for some reason like me, you can't connect to your Facebook page, then you can have it so that Later notifies you that your post is ready to be posted, and then you can manually post it to Instagram. So both ways work. Having it auto send is so much easier and you don't risk missing it, which is something that I have done before now because I can't auto post. Try and upload multiple days worth of social media. If you can calendar block it and block like one day a month to get all your social media for the month done, or one day every 2 weeks, however long it takes. I have tried this and it actually took me a day to do 2 weeks worth of social media, and that was with the captions and the photos and setting all that up. I did have all the photos ready and I did have the basis of the captions ready. So it does take time, and it depends on whether these things flow easily out of you or not, but it does take time. My best advice would be to block some dedicated time to getting your social media posts done and ready to go and scheduling them so that they can just go automatically and you don't have to worry about forgetting. Tip number 3 is to get third-party help. This could be a virtual assistant that posts for you, or you could get a social media manager if you are in a situation where you could do that. Something else you could use is a tool such as Social Curator. Social Curator is a monthly membership offering, and I'll link it in the show notes. It is by a wonderful lady called Jasmine Starr, who used to be a wedding photographer. Now she helps brands with their social media. If you haven't heard of her, you'll find out more at the link in the show notes. But Social Curator is actually a set of curated images and captions that are delivered monthly to you. It gives you inspiration And if you're not a photographer, it gives you images that you can use for your social media. And you can also use the images in lots of other places as well, which is handy if you don't have a level of stock images for yourself. That could be a great option. It will make it easier and quicker to get your social media done if you use something like Social Curator or you use a VA. If you're not going to use a third party, then I would suggest that you are going to need to take a day on top of your social media day to create images for your social media and create the captions and schedule. I have got a download to help you with your captions. It goes a little bit deeper into getting consistent. So if you head over to the show notes, you can download that now, and it will just help you with sparking some ideas on how to get consistent with your captions. It is important that you have captions. You may think nobody's listening to you, but there will be those people that start to pay attention once you've hooked them with your images. So you need to have something to say for them to actually engage in your post. If you head over to the website www.spwv.co.uk/005, you can get that download, which will help you with your captions. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks to you, those of you who have already subscribed. Please consider dropping a review on iTunes. I'd love to reach more people and help them too. The next episode, we're going to be diving into testimonials and why they're so important. So don't forget to head over to the show notes, download your caption sheet, and I will be here same time, same place next week. Bye for now.
Don't forget to hit those stars and leave a review of the podcast where you listen if you found value in what you heard today. It's a free way you can help the podcast reach more people just like you.